It's me again. Hopefully, I don't have any technical difficulties this time. Um, and you know what? Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know if this situation with me and my equipment has fixed itself. I don't know what the deal was the last time, but let me know. And I'm going to get myself situated while I wait for you guys to get on. Let me know how you loved that last segment. Like, I learned so much in less than 20 minutes about being a vegan and eating healthy. And who knew hi, Julie, who knew there was such a thing as cookies that you could eat, not just because they're healthy for you, but for your brain. Who knew? If you, hi, Monica. If you did so good, your segment was so interesting, guys. When it's all said and done, go back and watch about the like, I saw the documentary What the Health, but I learned more from her than I did from the documentary. Hi, Sophie. Hey, hey, hey. All right, so my segment is just about hacking your face. Do you know what that means, to hack your face? It sounds brutal, doesn't it? It sounds violent, but it's not. Um, if you noticed, I didn't have anything on my face before when I was doing the interview. So I spent this last few minutes while everybody else was on throwing on some lashes and some eyeshadow and trying to do something with my brows. Before I get into what I'm going to do with hacking my face, shout out to my lashes. They are called Serena, and they're a faux mink lash, cruelty free, and I love them. So anyway, let's move on to hacking my face. So in addition to I thought your eyes got brighter. Oh yeah, I went and did some eyeshadow and threw on some lashes. uh, the lashes are actually by a company called Red Aspen, which I thank you, which I am an ambassador for. So if you are interested in them, let me know. They're reusable. I think if you take care of them good, I've kept these lashes, like, I can reuse a pair for like 10 to 20 times. They only recommend 10, but I kind of stretch it. So really only 10 times, but I will reuse them until they start falling apart. You haven't heard of hacking your face yet. Hi, Jackie. Well, I'm going to show you how to hack your face in a second. And the hacking just means highlight and contour. And I represent another beauty brand called Maskcara Beauty. And hold on one second. I have a question from one of the presenters. She's asking me who goes live next. It's me. It's me. I'm on. Hold on. Let me tell her. Me. I'm on now. Me. Now. Okay. All right, I'm back. Hi, Jennifer. Hey. All right, Jennifer. So, hey, Jackie. So real quick, thank you. You love my eyes. So I just threw on a pair of lashes. They're by a company that I'm a brand ambassador with called Red Aspen. This particular pair is called Serena. And they're faux mink lashes. They are reusable. Like I was telling everybody, they recommend only reusing them about 10 times, but I get about 20 uses out of it. Anyway, so I'm about to do what's called hacking my face, which is just highlight and contour. That's a crazy word for it, but I represent another beauty brand called Maskcara Beauty. And what I love about everything that we have is very compact. So I have this big thing here that I keep all of my makeup in. You notice I don't have any bottles or anything like that around me. It's just everything that I need is right here. So I already did my eyeshadow, and I'll show you what colors I used. I used this one here, that one, and this one. So the point is, though, you see all my shadows are in here. These things here, these little rectangular squares, are what we call lip and cheek. That means you can use it as blush and as lipstick. So you'll see me do that. I do not have a clock in front of me. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I got to move fast because Anyway, I gotta move fast. And then this is where all my colors are. You don't have to have all these foundation colors, but yeah, everything is in one place. So typically I have this because I'm an artist, but most people get like this smaller one right here, and I have my illuminators in it, my cream illuminators in it, but you can fit everything that you would use for your face yourself in here. You can fit all your eyeshadow, all of your, all of whatever lip and cheek color you're going to use, all of your, oh, you love it, Sophie. Thank you. So, I'm going to get started. So, I've already done my brows. So I use, and we have all these brushes are dual ended. So that saves space in your makeup bag too. I don't use all of those all the time. It's just, I like the brushes because they're like this pretty rose gold color. So I have the whole collection. You don't have to have the whole collection to live your best life. He said, we will have to talk. I want one. Yeah, cream base. I love cream base because it goes on your skin so good. I always make sure that I put on a primer. The primer that I use is Too Faced. And then I spray, before I put on the primer, this is one of my favorite sprays for setting and for, like, I use it as a base. How can you order? You can order from my website, and I will put that in the comments. But I use this on my skin as well. It's actually a spray that has aloe and matcha and hyaluronic acid and stuff like that in it. So I use that. So once it sets, I get started. So this brush that I'm using is called the Buffy brush. And I use the fat side to put on my main highlight. So the thing is, when we say highlight and contour, highlight is basically, it's not what you think. It's not your typical, like, where you get a concealer and do all this craziness. Highlight is literally putting on my foundation. And then I'm going to go back and put the lighter color on to brighten up my skin with this side. And then I will use this brush right here to draw on my contour. And when I show you how easy it is to highlight and contour, you're going to slap yourself. All right, so I'm going to get started. So my first, the color that I use is called Cinnamon. You can see I use this stuff a lot, but and it's going to be from this tin right here. And then I'm going to highlight with Papaya, which is going to be from there. So let's get started. Hi, Sonia. All right, dipping the brush into my first highlight color, which is Cinnamon, and go. So with this particular brush, I tap in. I feel like I just got blurry. Can you guys see? Oh, it just got blurry. Can you see? Okay, there we go. I just tap it in like that, kind of like tap and move along. I'm trying to make sure my thing doesn't do what it just did. It just went blurry in a weird way. And so today's trick is going to be, how do we not get foundation on the white scarf? I didn't think this through well. But as you can see, the color matches my skin tone like practically verbatim. Like that's my forehead, that's my face. It's basically the same color. And again, with this brush, I kind of tap and buff. It's a buffy brush, so if you think of buffing, that's kind of how I apply. But I like this one in particular, even though there are others. Like when I first started using this product, I used to use this brush to do everything with. So you kind of find your rhythm. We always recommend when you first start out to start out with this one until you get used to learning how to apply the product and learning all the little tricks. I go live almost every Sunday on my Instagram and in my Facebook group or on my Facebook like page to show you how to use this product. So if it's something you're interested in and you want to like see it before you buy it, I also do color matching. So just inbox me if you want to get color match before you, hi Lola, get color match before you buy. If you want to, you gotta send me a natural light facing picture and I can go ahead and do that pretty quickly and easily for you. What is my Instagram name? I have a couple Instagrams, but my makeup one is _unicorn_beauty _ again. I have a thing for unicorns, as you can see. 10% sold. And if I wasn't trying to show you how to do it, like, and talk to you at the same time, this would be done like those lashes. Thank you, Lola. The lashes are by a company called Red Aspen that I am a beauty ambassador for as well. So anything you guys want more information about, put it in the comments or send me a direct message and I can get you more details about it. Lola, did you see Monica's segment before me? She's talking about veganism and her amazing cookies that she has that actually can help you with memory. I'm so eager to try that. How many of us can use some more brain power? I know I can. All right, I'm almost done with the with this part of the hack. Again, I'm just tapping. You're going to message me with your bare face. Make sure that it's natural light facing, Sophie, if at all possible. Like, you know, facing the sunlight or open the window, take the picture. But don't do it in front of like a ring light or anything like that. All right, I think that I've gotten all of this particular color on. This is my base color. Again, it's cinnamon. And I just did my whole face with this side of the brush. So now you're going to see the other part of the highlight process. So I'm going to take this side of the brush and dip into that lighter color I told you about called papaya. And everybody is so intimidated by the idea of highlight and contour, and it's just not that complicated. Like, watch what I do. So they say to consider the upside down triangle, and that's exactly all I'm going to do is just fill in my upside down triangle. So I go here, I bring it down my nose, I go here, and then I go under my eyes. Again, with this particular brush, I'm tapping. So can you see already the, you're with Lime Life for a year and I can give you an accurate photo. Oh, see? All right, Sophie, you know. You make it look easy. I always end up with makeup on my hands. Well, you got to use the brush. But it is easy. I promise you, like the more you do it, the easier it gets. So there's that part and this part, but I just want you to, like, can you see the difference between this side and this side in terms of there's a little kind of lift there? And you didn't see me pick up a concealer bottle or anything like that. I'm just using the creams, which is what I can appreciate about this product is that it's kind of like no fuss, you know? Everybody, you know, has a different technique for how they do different things. This is my technique. I am not a professional makeup artist. I just like playing with makeup. So if you've seen somebody do something different, don't shoot me. This is just what works for me. Okay, so that is done. Lift and freshness, exactly. So I'm going to take this side and just blend. This is, I didn't tap into anything with this. I just flipped it over. It still has residue on it so I can blend that highlight in. All right, so before I move on with the other part of my process, which is going to be the contour, I use a powder by Kat Von D. It's a translucent powder, and I use that to set underneath my eyes. So you want to make sure that there's no creasing before you go set under your eyes. So I don't think I have any because I just started, but I always like to make sure. This is our beauty blender. I think it's called Teardrop. And some people do this with a wet blender. I always forget, so I end up doing it with a dry blender, So I'm going to do under my eyes real quick just so that they can be setting while I go on and do everything else. Don't worry about fallout with translucent powder. It is translucent, so it's going to fall off. I mean, you know, you'll be able to knock it off. But I like to go ahead and do this part first so that I'm not, so I don't have creasing by the time I'm finished doing the job. So while that's setting, I take this brush and I'm going to dip into this color called Indigo, which is this dark color right here. It's the same thing that I also use to shape my eyebrows. And that's what I like about these products too. I use the eyeshadow and the cream to shape my eyebrows. Like everything I need to do is all in this compact. It's just a matter of you guys, you know, being creative. You don't need a whole bunch of different bottles and products. So I'm taking this side of the brush and literally contour is just a couple lines. So like you draw a line here. This is technically considered one line if you don't have short arms like me. And you just draw from here to here. And then you're going to draw a line here. And I always tail mine up. I don't know why I do that, but I do. You don't have to do that. And I didn't dip again. I'm just going to take the residual that's on here. And don't worry, we're going to go blend all this in. And that's what's fun about creams, because if you do something and realize that maybe you made a mistake and used too much product or something like that, you can clean it up because it's cream. So now I'm going to go under here to get rid of my double chin. You don't have to do the little tail that I just did on my chin. I just do that. You don't have to do that. All right, so now we're going to take this side of the brush and blend it all in. And with your contour, you blend up towards your hairline. So that's what I'm doing, blending up toward my hairline. And I'm just like pressing in and up, just like that. Now I want to have more highlight here, so I'm just going to put the cream back on top. I did not dip in it again. I just used what was left on the brush. And for the contour under here, I'm just dragging it down. Now, I have a couple other things to do and I will literally be done. But before I do that, I'm going to finish with adding my translucent powder, because I normally will go down my nose, go right here, basically my T-zone. And some people, when they set, I like to set under my contour, but instead of using like a lighter, using that highlight that I put on my nose to go underneath there, I just use my translucent powder and I go right under here like that. And I'm going to let it set while I do a couple other things. So there. So we're going to let all that sit and do what it needs to do. And we're going to go on to the next steps. So as you can see, I've highlighted and contoured. I did not pick up a concealer bottle. I didn't pick up a whole nother set of makeup or anything like that. I, at this point, have only used 2 brushes. And, you know, if we look at what I did before I even started doing this, when I did my eyebrows, I used this brush and this brush. So that's 4 brushes. And then this is my eyeshadow brush. So I used 5 brushes. Now I will use a couple more, but it really, when you do this, it depends on your level. Like, what is it that you want to do? You can go, you know, you can have something just totally natural and, you know, no fuss, or you can go to town, and it just all depends on you, but you have all the tools you need to do it. And the product is kept in a nice compact area. So, you didn't get to see me do this, but After I used my cream contour to do my brows, I used this brush and this eyeshadow color to set the cream. And if I need to touch it up, I can go back and do that when we're all done. So the next thing I'm going to do is take this brush here and do the lip and cheek while this is setting. So I'm going to pick, I don't know which color I want to use today. I think I'm going to go with Ruby, which is this color right here in the middle. I normally stick with Sandstone, which is like, it's a fairly neutral color, that one right there. But I don't know, I'm feeling bold today. So I dip this brush in there and don't get scared. But I do this number here on both sides. And you can do it on your lips too. If you want a more precise application, you can do that. But let's just say you're in a rush. That does the job, right? No, I'm not going to leave my cheeks looking like that. I was just showing you, you can use this on your lips too. So I flip the brush over to this side and I'm going to buff up like that until it looks like the way I want it to look, basically. I'm getting all the hearts. Now, if I feel like it's too much blush, I'm just going to use the other side of that brush that I used to highlight with because it still has cream on it and clean up whatever I feel like is too much. And that is the beauty of using a cream. If you feel like you've done too much, you can always fix it. All right. All right. So now I'm going to apply my illuminator and then my cream illuminator, and then I'm going to go back with a powder illuminator to set it. I love using powders and creams together. That's like the most fun thing to me. I think it gives dimension. So I'm going to use the illuminator called Dream, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to take this side of the Beauty Blender and go like that. So it gives it like a glow compared to that side. See, I have so much fun with this stuff. It's like having a box of crayons. All right. So now that that's done, I'm going to get this excess powder off. Where's my here? I'll use this brush to do it. So literally just buffing it out. What do you think so far? Though by the hearts, I think you guys like it. 7:46. My time is over at 7:55. I'm making good time. All right. So what I like to go back and do, I can't see my face. Let me move the comments real quick. Okay. Let's see. Illuminate with the powder illuminator. So that same brush you just saw me buffing off with, I'm going to use it and go into this color here called Photoshop. I'm going to put it right on top of what I did just now. Oh, and one thing I want to show you, we have a brush cleaner that like if you're on the go and you need to, it's called restore, and you don't have time to like wait to wash your brushes. You said, very, thank you. You know, I used to be so scared, and I'm still nervous about doing, look, I got all the blush off, so, and it's dry, so I'm gonna buff this some more. I used to be so nervous, and I still get nervous about going live and doing makeup, but I really like it, and I just had to tell myself, who cares what other people think? Like, and I don't mean that in a mean way, it's just I would be paralyzed with fear of doing this. So I dipped into that same powder illuminator and highlighted under my brows. So if I wanted to be like done, I basically am. One thing I do that I think is a fun trick is I use the eyeshadow that I just showed you that I use as a awesome, thank you. I'm going to use this eyeshadow right here to set my contour because the cream is good, but I find that if I want it to be noticeable all day, that I need to give it some powder action. So I lightly dust that eyeshadow on top of my contour. Everybody doesn't do that. That's just something that I do to make sure I have enough coverage for a long period of time. So I'm going to take this side and do along my nose with that same powder. But you don't want too much. All right. So that basically takes care of that. I could use another lipstick. I don't have to use this cream. I just choose to use this for the sake of the look. I think I'm basically done, right? I highlighted, contoured. You can use this brush here that I use to shape my eyebrows with to apply the product as lip color. And I can show you that real quick. First, I take whatever I have left on this contour side of the brush and kind of make like a lip line, kind of. This is like a rush job, by the way. This is not a, if I were taking my time. So I'll take this side and dip into that same ruby color. See? All right, I'm trying to see how it looks on screen because I can't really tell. Okay. All right, and so that's basically it. I just did my whole face out of the same compact. Everything's just all right here. You follow it with our Stay Spray, by the way. It's a setting spray. Now I'm done. I will post an after picture so you can see what it looks like, you know, in good light, because I think it's something wrong with this camera. But that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I actually got done 3 minutes less time than I thought I was going to take. So anywho, you guys have a good evening, and stay tuned for Thelma is next. She is going to talk to you about natural hair care and natural skin care, and it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see her segment. So see you guys in a minute. Bye.